Welcome to the Crypto Boss Ninja channel. Let's look at BOME meme coin. It's finally on the Mexc charts. I don't know why it took 2 days to list on Mexc charts, but so we finally have it. I will be live tonight in about 20 minutes from now, 7 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday. Usually I go live Saturdays at minus 7 p.m. Central Time, but I did delay it to today this week. Also, if you guys are new, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and the follow button if you guys are watching on YouTube, because it does help the channel. And we have a Telegram group that is free, so feel free to check that out, as well as a trading group. So feel free to check that out if you guys want to see my trades that I'm taking every single day. Now, so here is BOME. There's not a lot of price data here. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to add this to my watch list really quick, and then I'm going to go to the other chart where there's more data, because Bybit has a lot more data than this. And BOME, really, I think it's topped out locally. Let me just kind of reset the drawings and kind of start from scratch. So I don't think we have much data. 6 hours really the chart we have that's like the top chart for data. The 6 hour chart is overbought on the stock RSI. The 4 hour chart is oversold on the stock RSI, below the 21-day moving average. We don't have the 200 on the 4 hour chart yet. It is saying it's oversold though. You could say this was a falling wedge. I don't think it's really going to get much of a bounce until Bitcoin really gets a bounce, and so far I'm not convinced that's going to happen either. If it does play out, I mean, that's a new high, but I think the chance, usually these break out 68% of the time. I just feel like it's going to be lackluster because right now Bitcoin is in a correction. The 2 hour chart is overbought. That's a lower high. That probably doesn't, I mean, that 2 hour chart tells you it's unlikely to really get a bounce, and I would probably not take this trade for that reason, as well as the 4 hour chart doesn't look great. And also on the smaller time frames, I bet that's going to be around the top. It's below the 21-day moving average on the 2 hour as well. The 1 hour chart, again, it's trying, 1 hour is trying to make a higher low. I guess we can call this a local low right there. And you can call that as a local resistance up there. But overall, this doesn't look super good. That's a local high. You have to break 14. Well, you have to break 13.3 to be bullish, because that'd be a higher high. So if you break 13, that's resistance support down there at 8672, or right around there, maybe 87. So that's what we're looking at. Now the 33-minute chart, getting a higher low below the 21-day, and it's also below. We finally have data on the 200-day moving average. It's still below that, so it doesn't look good even on that time frame. The 15-minute below both. You got a death cross back here on the 18th, which was yesterday. So overall, it doesn't look good to me. I don't know what time frame would be good. 10-minute doesn't look like you're going to get much of a bounce. The 7-minute doesn't look good either. You could say now even on the 7-minute, this is another falling wedge. I think long-term this will be fine, but usually when meme coins come out, they get a nice pump and a nice dump. This didn't get much of a run-up, I think, mainly. It went to a few billion, but it got there really fast, and I think the market cap started out really high. But I think the reason it didn't get much of like a longevity push to the upside, or like a mooner for a few weeks like Pepe was, is probably because, you know, right, it was when Bitcoin was in a correction. But yeah, that 7 minutes says you could get to the high of 14, and if you did that, you'd be breaking the resistance and the last local high around that 13.3, 13.6 level. So I mean, that 7 minutes says you get the bounce, but it's overbought, making a lower high. I think super short term, it's probably just going to consolidate and go sideways. I would be not looking for a big move out of this anytime soon. 7 minute gives you a shot, but it's overbought. I don't really love what I'm seeing, so I would predict that this is going to go sideways or down for the next little bit, and these falling wedges probably just aren't going to play out unless you're looking at like the 1 minute chart. So to me right now, it's probably going to get, BOME is probably going to get a golden cross on the 1 minute chart, but overall, I'm more bearish than bullish on this on the macro time frames until Bitcoin gets, put the bottom in. Until Bitcoin bottoms out, this coin and a lot of meme coins are just going to bleed out, in my humble opinion. And I believe Bitcoin has a lot more downside to go, unfortunately. So that's just my analysis. If anything, I wouldn't personally trade this because I just think it's too risky and volatile. But if I had to be in a trade on it, I'd probably rather be short the long at, but that's it. 1 minute is like a time frame that looks like you're going to get a golden cross and could get a push to the upside. This falling wedge is still possibly in play. Measure move is 14.3. Let's see what happens. If you guys enjoyed this update, appreciate if you hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the live stream in about 10 minutes.